guys, and welcome back to the channel. I had a recent comment, someone wanted to know what it was like to be a first time starter. So, here's what I remember of it. And I've only been doing this for 2.5 years now. Half a year of that was, well, a couple of months of that was training. So, I've been out on my own for quite a bit now. So, what do I remember? Well, I remember first day I come to drive a bus. And past all the interview and all that. Nerves are there. I've only been driving a year, so I hadn't been on the road that long. In fact, no, I hadn't held my licence for a year, but I'd only actually been driving about 9 months, 9 months. So I was quite inexperienced, but I managed to get through a bit of perseverance and I got through it all. So that proves that you can do it from new learner status. So turn up on your first day, you have to start your theory, your hazard perception tests, and your mod 3 I think it is. Your mod 1 is your hazard perception and your theory. So we studied for that for about a week and a half. I say studied. A lot of the highway code's common sense, so it was just knowing the bush bits about it. Then I passed that first time, and you're given 2 attempts if you're close to the bar. So I passed that first time. Both of them first time. Passed mod 3 the first time. Once you've done that, they'll start taking you out on the road in the big yellow bumblebee buses, as I like to call them. But the B10Ms, take you out in them. My first day was round Alexander Park, near the 85 goals. We all took it in terms of 3 of us in our group. The instructor was great, absolutely wonderful, good laugh, you know. Be serious when needed to be, but she would laugh the rest of the time. It was great. I remember I was the last person to have a go driving it, and my nerves shot through the roof at that point. I'm nervy and shy bit person at first, so that was nerve-wracking. I wasn't ready for the brakes. You know, you expect to go through the window, but no, what happened was I was pushing the wrong way on my brake pedal. I was pushing. On a bus the brakes go down, like that. Right, on a car they tend to go a bit more like that. So I wasn't quite being able to put the brake on. So that's the first time, and the only time the instructor had to use the handbrake to stop the bus. But then straight after that I got the feel for it and was away. Then it was just getting to grips with the turning it, because when you've got like 780 degrees on the steering wheel, you know, from your car where you rotate twice to the bus where you rotate like 3 times I think it is, and then having to check your tail swing, and there's a lot of mirror work in it. I passed my training the first time, went out for the test. Wasn't nervous for my test. Left Ashton Depot, that's where the tests start. Did my reversing bit, wasn't nervous. Went out on the road, wasn't nervous. Drove around on the test route. And then got back to the depot, and that's when my nerves set in. When I got through them gates in the depot, that's when my nerves set in again. But I passed that first time. I got 2 minors, but it's dead easy in a bus to pick up minors, so picking up only 2, not a big deal at all. of it, which is the show me, tell me questions. So show me how you would check for packages and stuff like that. You're at a border, show how you check for legal. You gotta think coach as well as a bus, and then what? All the answers are online. It's great. They're all online. So really, all you gotta do is learn them, and then it's how you show how you're gonna do it when you come to the bus, which we're gonna show. We'll try and do for you guys anyway, which will help your becoming a bus driver. So did all that, then you went out on the route learning, and I did, I think it was 2 weeks route learning. Depends on the depot you go to, you know, depends how many routes you've got. We've got like 60 odd routes, there's lots to learn. But I don't do the schools anymore, so I forgot most of them. You know, there's quite a few that you don't do, so, you know, now being on lakes, I don't do them. But yeah, so that was the first. I learned the routes mainly by driving them rather than, you know, sitting there with the paper looking at, you know, turn left at the old Pine Pot pub and stuff like that. Yeah, I learned a lot more by just driving it. I didn't get to drive that often, but there was about 12 of us on that bus, so the only thing I'd say that let that training down was how many people. So some days you redo the same route, so it did prevent you a bit from getting out on the road, but sometimes if it was a complex route that was great, because, you know, you had a chance to go over it again. Which at the time, plenty of time. So you had a chance to go over it again. This the only drawback that I'd say to the training. And the finding a bus was a bit difficult sometimes. I know it sounds odd in the bus garage. Okay, finding a bus was a bit difficult. Because at that time the training buses were being stretched. Massive intake when I came in. So training buses were stretched, you know, service buses were stretched. But yeah, it was good. It was nice driving a service bus, put it that way, because you got used to the cab. In the training buses they're half cab, so you don't have all the perspex and knock around the driver. But when you drove an actual service bus for your route learning, it gave you a much better feel for it. So that 2 weeks really, when you got to drive that, and building your confidence up. You had your VF on some of the days, so your vehicle familiarisation. So that's just going through like what all the warning lights are, and, you know, where the wheelchair ramp is and some of the only ones before they're taken out DVA. You know, all them bits and bobs. So that happened during the route learning week as well. Because you had to be VF'd before you could drive them. So you then, because you signed to say yes, you're familiar with the vehicle, you know about the overhang at the back, the overhang at the front, it says, you know, all that sort of stuff. So once you've done that, you could get driving there. And that's why I didn't do much driving. We had a VF a week into route learning. I think that's all down to availability, because you've got to have the buses there to be able to do the VF on it, basically. So then you got to the first day. You arrive, you find out who your mentor is. Now, a mentor driver is a driver where you do their duties, they'll sit there and help you with the ticket machine, etc. This is the other thing you had a bit of ticket machine training as well, which was days in your classroom. I think it was a day or 2 days, I can't remember. But I found that a doddle. It's technically quite good with technology, so that was a doddle, finding your way around there. Some people struggle, but you get it eventually. So yes, you get with your mentor. Your mentor helps you for the first, if you hold your licence before you come, it's a week you get. If you don't hold your licence, you get 2. It's great having that bit of backup. I broke down the first time with my mentor, which was help, because I got the feel for it. what I needed to do, etc. So they help you out with your routes, and you know, if you need just a bit of, you know, a nudge. Not too sure you can go. I'm not too sure on this route. Can you help? They'll help you. They'll help you with the ticket machine and where people are, because some people are from very strange places. Like I know where it is because I live up there. If you're a new driver and you don't know Hartley area, people ask for the Bankfield. The Bankfield is an old pub. I think it was. I just know where it is. So it helps you with that sort of stuff. But yeah, then 2 weeks passed quite quickly. I remember being cold a lot. I had a lot of early starts. And then after your 2 weeks, during that you're meant to sign to say yeah, they're happy with progress and that you're fit then to go out on your own. My first day was an early start. I think it was a 4 o'clock start, something silly like that. We had the 38 that went to Farnborough. However, I'd never ran up there out of service, so I turned up on the first day, not really knowing where I was going, and nerves setting a bit again. But if you've got the first, it won't be too much at all. But I was a bit nervous. I had my route sheet in my hand. I was in my hand, it was in the door. And I crawled up to Farnborough because it was in logistics, then it was actually Farnborough bus station we went to. You know, I got so far up the A666. Another 38 random bus whizzed past me when I was pulled over, because I kept having to stop to check my notes to make sure I hadn't passed anything. You know, yeah, I passed the McDonald's, I passed the bingo, yeah, I'm getting there. As soon as that 38 went bombing it past me, I just followed him all the way. And because I took so much time, I was in straight away and then straight out. Then it became the issue of them remembering the route on the way back. But, you know, one of them things. Yeah, that was my first day. Then you still have days where you go, oh, I'm not too sure on that route, but I'm one of these that most of it I know quite well, so I'll just take a route sheet out with me. And I can do it off a route sheet, most of it. Look on a map, you know, if we know where I'm going. Who else know where I'm going? You guys get a video to show you where the route goes. Of course, your routes change quickly. Diversions are still a pain. I mean, 2 years I'm still really a newbie to it. Like, they put out a diversion on the 38, not a clue. Put a diversion out on the 250, I know it. But it's just what you know. You learn everything as you go on. Time check. Ooh, can load up in a minute. Yes, you learn everything as you go along, but the only advice I'd give you as a new driver is, if you're not sure, ask. There's plenty of people that will help, other drivers will help you. If you're really not sure, ask. And if you're never sure of a route, and you've got it, then have a look at it. Have a look at the route sheet, have a look at the map. Maybe I went out 1 or 2 in my car, did the 38 in my car beforehand, I'd have never completed it otherwise. But if you're still not 100% sure, don't do it. Ask the allocators and they'll find someone to swap it or do your duty. If you've got a school you don't know, tell them. They will fix it for you, but sooner they know the better, so they can fix it. It will help, because they're not going to send you out on something you don't know, and you don't have to go out on something you don't know. So that's the only advice I'd give you, and don't be pressurised into anything, you know, as a new driver. If you're not sure and you're out on the road, put a call in, they will help you. If you get lost, put a call in, they'll help you. The company we're with, well, you know who we're with, great like that. Anything, they'll help you with it. You know, they're trying to accommodate everyone the best they can. So, yeah. People keep walking up to the front of my bus looking at me like, oh, yeah, oh, that's an X50. So, yeah. There's still things I don't know and I still ask, you know. If you're ever unsure on something on the ticket machine, ask people. They'll happily give you another half an hour on the ticket machine in the room, or give you a quick in the room and just go over things with you. It's not an issue. Yeah. You've got a lot to learn, what to take in, what to stay, because when you come to this sort of job, they take you on as a trainee. If you don't pass your training, you got no job at then. But if you do stick at it, put your head down, you will get it through, you will get your job at the end of it. Pay is great. We all do have our days, but again, as you get more experience, you learn not to let stuff bother you. You know, there will still be things that tick you off and annoy you, but that's my experience as a new driver. I loved it here, still do. Love going out driving every day. You know, every day is different. It's a highly recommended job. If you can get in, go do it. I think first it's 6 months you have to hold your car licence for, and stagecoach is 12, I think. But sometimes, depending on the need, it changes. I applied just before mine was 12 months. That was the other one as well. Still managed it. It was something like that, or was it the other way around? Oh, either way, it normally states on a. If you see bus drivers, still apply even if you've not got your license, because 9 times out of 10 they'll still take you on and they'll put you into training school. If they think you're good enough as a driver, when they take you out for your driving assessment, they'll bend over backwards to get you. Yeah, just don't be afraid of asking, guys. I mean, you're welcome to ask in my comments, and I'll try and be helpful the best I can to you. So I've got to go now anyway. So comment, like, share on Facebook and all that jazz. You know, I want the channel to grow. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.
Daar is.